my next my next speaker is one of my collaborating partner in some of the big events that I created in the Middle East. You see, I was an event organizer and coordinator in Qatar, and for almost a decade, I've been working. I've been working in the Middle East and doing some of the creative work and also some expo. And during those events, I met Jann, but now he's a doctor, and look how time flies. This guy really stepped up, and I'll give him a short introduction. He has a very long achievement. So I want him to explain or talk about himself right now. But when I met him, I just want to let you know that because you can listen to his voice. He's our uh, uh, DJ sometimes. He's our MC. He's part of the coordinating team for big events, multinational events, and he's also a friend. You know, whenever I talk to him, I say, "What's up?" He will just follow up with me, update what's happening, and I appreciate that. When you leave a country, you will think that, oh, that's the end of it, that all the communication and connections will end. But no, some of them we connected again, we collaborated, and it's good to know that we're all trying to find a better version of ourselves, because now he's not in the same country anymore, but still in the Middle East. And without further wait, let me just read something, because I need to read some about the credentials of my friend, and now we know as Dr. Fernando Aranya Reyes Jr., MCIPD, often known as Dr. Jann, serves as the Group Organizational Development Manager in the Human Resources and Administration Corporate Division of Yas Holding in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. It has like 5,000 multinational workforce plus 70,000 subsidiaries. So with Jann, he has 15 years of international business experience, management business experience, including 10 years of executive coaching, group facilitation, leadership and developmental and training, the global management and consulting firms. There's so many things to talk about this person, but let me give the floor to Jann, because you need to meet this guy, how he stepped up. So like what Fabio said, Jann, you are now free. Hi.
Oi! Hello! Hello! Long time.
Yes,
Yeah, so how are you,
long
Celia?
time. Okay, I'll give the
Uh,
floor to you. Fine, fine. Okay, I'll leave you and let you talk, and let them know how you were able to step up. Okay.
yes. Yes, thank you so much, Celia. Oh, hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Jann Fernando Reyes, and currently I'm working as the Group Organizational Development Manager at Yas Holding here in Abu Dhabi, UAE. So I'd like to give you a glimpse of things that Celia said, and I'm really appreciated that I see you once again. No, before we're working together on some couple of events, and would like to let you know that this is something that's really amazing, no? To see Marie Diamond, Pocholo in the house, and we are really all together to do a lot of things and share all what we can contribute to the society as in general. Okay, so I'd like to share screen to you my presentation. So as we move forward, no, as Sarah said, currently I'm working as a group manager of organization development. So I work in Yas Holding. I have served in different organizations as an OD consultant for more than 70 companies. I work in Manila, Singapore, Hong Kong, here in the United Arab Emirates, United Kingdom, and the USA. So I also do some teaching works. I work as an associate professor with RS Management through PUP Open University, and other things that you can see in the screen, particularly in Perpetual Health System University Laguna. Some of the other things I work on, no? So you know what I learned from the team, especially with Celia, that we have to really pursue for excellence. It is something that's giving us a chance to for betterment and ensure that we do the best things for ourselves. So you can see in the screen, these are some of my students and my talks where I joined some graduates here in the UAE, in the Philippines, and other parts of the globe. These are some of the projects. Maybe Celia will
Sorry,
remember.
Tarzan,
That
can I
were,
interrupt? Can you make the slides bigger because some cannot see the images? Maybe it's better to put it in a
ah,
yeah, slideshow format.
it's on slideshow format with me here.
Yes.
um,
Here we're seeing two screens. Okay.
okay.
And on the
All
slideshow,
right.
can you put it on slideshow? Okay.
Okay, I'll just do this way. All right. So now, for these special events, these are some of the special events that I work on in Qatar and UAE and in the Philippines, where I also work in Passion TV and International Academy of Film and Television as a consultant and a director. Other things that achievements and milestones. I was recognized as the 2019 exemplary Filipino Asian professional here in the UAE at the Society of Human Resource Professionals and Associates. Filipino Times Award, Educator of the Year, so finalist, and so many things that I'd like to share to all of you. No? In my city in San Pablo City, Laguna, I was selected to receive the Outstanding San Pableños 2019 Award. And including here are some of the featured various books and magazines where my work has been also shared to inspire the global community of how we can make a difference to our society. Okay, and this is where I work now. This is the Ask Holding. These are my HROD team, wherein we're working on HR transformation programs that are designed to empower our people and organizations by using effective HR and OD strategies that can help the organization achieve its goals and objectives. So now, as we go on the screen here, so my presentation will talk about design thinking as an HR transformation strategy. So the future of work in 2020 and beyond. So as you can see, digital transformation and the business landscape, the successful organizations of the future will likely be those that can move faster, move quickly, and rapidly, and embrace dynamic career demands. So you can see some companies like Apple, Virgin, and Facebook, and a whole lot more. So what makes them dynamic? What do you think, guys? So most that we can find out based on what we have studied as an OD practitioner is that most of these organizations focus on people. They see people as the most valuable investment. So they see that innovation excellence practice is the main tool to achieve the utmost achievements enabled for us to empower ourselves. So how are we going to do this? No. So one of the practices I've been sharing with my group, is using design thinking. No. So design thinking is an approach that will change HR in its core. It will develop a human-centric mindset that focuses beyond designing programs or to create meaningful experiences. And design thinking also brings an innovative approach that will change the way HR delivers value. We're talking about value many times with our fellow speakers. It's important that we understand what do we give that is something different to make things better for everyone in achieving their goals, in achieving the organization's mission, vision, and a whole lot more. And design thinking task in HR role is it transforms by using process, being a process developer in experienced architect. So in one sentence, so design thinking is a process or creative problem solving. As you can see here, design thinking, a framework for innovation, is something to think and mold on how we can achieve our goals in a dynamic manner by using different types of approaches. So from here, we can see that the ways to do it includes empathize. What is the problem? We have to define the problem. We have to explore the human context, define the challenges, what are those things that we have to look into to achieve those challenges that can turn into best that achieve our goals and objectives. Next is we have to define why is it important, why we have to do these things. No, so we have to conduct research, observe and understand, and create a point of view. So we have to center ourselves where we want to be, how we want to be, through a systematic process. No, so once we have defined that, so there should be a testing approach. So does it work? Is it working for the company? Is it working for us? So how do you, does it, what's the result all about? What's its outcome? And ideate. So it says also, how do we solve the problems? No? So we get to do brainstorms, ideas, good or is it good? Is it bad? Is something that we need to stop? And again, to do conduct tests more and achieve our to achieve our what we want to be and where we want to be. And also prototype. How do we create it? So these are the things that we can use in achieving our design thinking process, in able to achieve our goals and attain our objectives in the organization. So what's the importance? No, what is the importance of design thinking? So design thinking can enable you in number one, understanding, envisioning, and designing how employees work, perceiving the employer-employee relationship through talent solution platform. And we can do conduct storming, norming, and forming ideas by quickly with employee experience all together in it. No? So as we move forward, the things that I have been using as a method of approaching design thinking is using organization design. So we need to define organization design per se. Okay. So organization design, as you can see in the screen, says that it's a systematic approach to integrate and align various elements like strategy, business model, systems, structures, people, and procedures to meet business objectives toward excellence and innovation practice. No? So by moving forward, so the tactical approach in design thinking includes understanding how do we align the mission and vision of the organization, particularly the culture that it wants to set, what it wants to communicate to the people. So how are we going to do it? What type of approach do you think you as a business owner will you use to put things all together? So as a consultant, I usually use the strategic organizational design. This came from Chandler's 1962 work and study, which states that structure follows strategy. So what does it mean? So we have to define that the structure is a systematic methodology of the steps that you have to conduct in achieving the vision, mission of the organization. As a consultant, we have to comprehend the minds of the C-level people, the minds of the stockholders, the minds of the stakeholders itself, and the people have to put them all together, and that will help us to apply what we want or the organization wants to be when they launch their products, when they launch their people in achieving towards the ambitions that they want to be in the future. No? Next is it is a top-down design methodology. So which means that we have to capture the mindset of our leaders. So what do you think? Where do you see the company in the next 5 years? What are the plans that we have to put together? What behavioral concepts that or methodologies or approach and tactical perspectives that the people have to understand, enable for us to achieve our ambitions and goals in meeting together our the future of our company in the next 5 years. No, so it depends if you want to define it, if it's going to be a 3-year plan or if it's going to be a 5-year plan. So we have to design our strategy based on this manner. So in this model, as you can see on the screen, no, it tells about the organization design molding itself towards the perspective of understanding the values, purpose, and objectives, of the main organization itself. As I shared a while ago, so what does the organization want? No, so where it want to be in the next few years, and what identity do they want to bring to the community that it serves, or in the country where they're operating. All right. As you can see here, it includes behavioral performance, cognitions, mindsets. Is it clear for everybody? Are the philosophy and core beliefs aligned with the people, and do they understand the meaning? Next one is the emotional climate. No, does it have the relationship, the management, and the emotion, and all the informations? How people feel about what is happening. So have we seen that before we applied our Asia transformation plan? And does it meet the people and culture strategy that we are working on together to ensure that they understand everything? Does it have a chemistry from the top management to the people? And have we understand the culture, the background? So we can start on a very good setting in achieving our purpose as as a design thinker. So as you can see here also in my presentation, so I have set down some old rules that was being done by organization in the past, and some new rules that is being expressed and being used and referred by the organizational development consultants and as a design thinker. So I'll just choose some of the old rules here that you may contemplate and look on. No, so example that people become leader through promotions. No, and the new rules right now is not that in that manner. People create followers to grow in influence and authority. The next one is the old rules is lead by direction. Now, the most effective approach that we recommend is leaders lead by orchestration. Okay? Before it's rule based, now it's playbook based. People become open in recommendations. The leaders listen to their people. So these are some of the things that I can recommend and share with everyone, to all of you. And as I shared, organization design is one of the most effective approach that I have been using in Asian transformation through design thinking. So here it says that effective organization design considers 5 interrelated components, which includes, of course, in the center, the culture. We have to set our culture for our people. Next is leadership, decision-making and structure, the people, and the work processes and systems. So questions that we have to ask: is our vision and priorities clear? Is it cohesive leadership team? Do we have the right team to work on this? So are the clear roles defined properly to the people? Are the organizational structure supporting the objectives of the company or the organization where you're working with? Next is organizational and individual talent necessary for success is defined. Have you defined it accurately with your team and the people? And do we have a KPI, performance measures, to ensure that we measure our success? And lastly, superior executions of programmatic work process and effective and efficient support process systems. Have we mapped it? Have we developed a mind map? And he cascaded it. What is our communication strategy that we are using for people to understand and comprehend where we want to be and how we go to translate our strategy into actions? Okay. So some things that you to consider includes choosing and implementing structures that best arrange resources to serve the organization's mission and vision. So we have to define: do we have the proper teams, resources, and do we have a tactical plan to attain our mission and vision from the company? Is it all set? Have we asked that question to all of us, to all of our team? I mean, are you ready to take the challenge? So because many people will say, "Oh, this is what we've been doing in the past," But now we have to inspire them to work with us and be part of the new trend that we will be sharing with organization. So what we want to be, where we want to be, and are you ready for the future? No? And I consider this also a problem-solving activity that should be approached from a contingency perspective. No? So when you do gap analysis, understanding where we can improve as an organization is very significant. That's where the design thinking starts. No, so what is the first thing that I have to do to ensure that we change our people and culture setting? Is it something that can make impact to the world? Or is it like what Mark Zuckerberg is always saying? Is this something that can change the world? No? And and lastly, here I'd like to share with you on the matrix and the framework that I'm looking into as we link our HR transformation strategy towards the future. So we always look into achieving organizational excellence, especially right now that the new normal is in here. So we have to look on three things that can be our point of reference in achieving our goals to enhancing the people and culture strategy of the organization. Number one is the strategy. No? Is your strategy have captured all the necessary requirements for us to achieve the goals set by the top management? Do you have the right way on the enough processes that we can look into to lead towards implementation of our strategy? And have we started looking into the behavior of the people? As for sure, they see new change in the organization. Have we identified how we will frame it based on the way we want the organization look into your strategy as something that can be beneficial and an outcome that can deliver results? No. And looking forward, there are three things that we have to identify. So people have to appreciate, to be appreciate. They have to collaborate, and at the same time, they have to what? No, they have to be systematic. It will also focus on growth and innovation, team and leadership, and identity and branding. So far, no. So these things can. It's something that I believe that can be very helpful to all of you in looking on how not just only your companies but also your organization and connecting the people all together to achieve and guide them on where we can bring them to help us establish our businesses to our future plans. All right. So there's some things I'd like to share with you, but something that I believe that can be very helpful for everyone is in HR. These are some of the examples that we can use in able to connect all the requirements in design thinking. Like we have to look on organization structures. We have to look on job descriptions. Is it aligned with what the people has to do? Usually, people always have clashes because their job descriptions are not defined properly. Do we have somebody who will be taking over on certain important positions? Example, some people left the organization, they retire. Do we have a proper succession planning in place? And do we look at people that they are so important for us? Are they something that we value? People like feels that they are empowered if the organization appreciates them. Is there an employee engagement program available? And talking about processes a while in the few slides a while ago, we have mentioned also systematic processes. Like right in our organization, we're kind of looking on Oracle to systematize our HR process and make sure that people achieve their goal towards this current practices, best practices in system and technical perspectives. So I want to leave you something that that can be remembered by everyone. It says here, when people work better, business works better. And remember that when you design, always challenge and create something new. I would like to thank all of you and truly appreciate the time having me here at the Freedom Summit Global. Okay, so thank you so much, Celia. Back to
Thank you,
you.
thank you. John. We have some questions for you to answer because sorry, okay.
Yes.
Um, there are some few questions for you to answer. How can HR reset its mindset to use design thinking? Actually, John is talking about how the corporate organization now can help those people in the company because of this pandemic that's happening. Um, because the question of Charlotte, Charlotte, is how can HR reset its mindset to use design thinking?
Yes. Enable for you to set your ways in design thinking. It's significant that we have to understand the value proposition of the organization, and they have to we have to establish what identity they want to be known, because like in the corporate organizations that I worked in the past, they have so many businesses, and it's like apples and oranges. They don't know what they want to be identified in the global market. As you can see, like Apple, no, so they are known as technological companies. We have also organizations like Amazon, who is one of the leading organizations in the world. So when you say it's Amazon, it's talking about more on businesses, on the different products, but they were known on. They want to be identified also as technological company. So by those things, using organization design thinking can help leaders to achieve their goals by promoting systematic processes, identifying the market value of the organization, and defining um, the methods of bringing the people towards the products that they develop.
Okay. So, how do you think that global leaders are taking it during this global this pandemic? Because they're in Qatar. No, you're not in Qatar, but in the Middle East.
Yes.
Some of the overseas Filipino workers are having problems with their work. So, what is your take on that?
Well, actually, what I always say with the people, no, as an in HR, some people think HR, no, that's something that we are always telling this in our seminars. People think HR as a recruitment company or recruitment department. It's not only that, no. Recruit strategy, because example, I work in HR. Many people will come. They will ask, "Oh, here's my CV. You're from HR." HR is not only for recruitment. HR is also talking about the people development, talent acquisition. We have also HR operations that we look into. With what's currently happening here in the UAE, I think is something due to the reason of what pandemic has caused to many of us. Like many of our staff works from home, and people realize that the organization and the CEO said, "Oh, we can operate without the people in the office." So they start deciding that, oh, this is something we have to do. Maybe we can deduct their salary based on the amount or value that they spend going to the office, and they can just work at home. So it can work. So it's something that one of the things that the C-level positions are thinking right now, not just to cut costs, but maybe it will also save some daily expenditures for the organization.
Sustain the
And
business.
yeah,
Business are closing. I think so many businesses are closing now. So you have to find ways to support
yes,
your company and also the people behind you.
yes, yes. That's you're very correct on that one, Celia.
Okay. So
Mhm.
we don't have much time anymore, but I truly appreciate you being here and we collaborating again, and for sure we
Mhm.
have more. And yeah, so, for people like us who've been expats especially in the Middle East, for us, for me, I got back. You left the country and
Yeah.
tried to venture in different countries, but we our best, no, to rise above all the challenges. And I saw you even when we were having events. You are trying to learn online in UP, right? Before, and then so many things that you're trying to achieve at that time. And look at you now. You're handling big companies, and that's the reason why I just want to let people know that. you can you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want as long as you put your mind into it. And now for you, you were once in the creative side. Now, of course, you're still in HR, but now you're teaching about design thinking, and how cool is that, right? So
Uh, and it's really something that I'm really grateful. No, I work with you, with the whole team, and I really miss the good days, the good times with all of you. Still, my heart is in marketing and communication and advertising, but I think this is a new career that I felt that it's a calling for me. Medyo it's relevant din sa ating mga ginagawa, but it's more on people also. So I like it, and it's something that's really exciting per se that I'm currently working on it right now.
okay, so as much as I want to talk to you more, let's catch up. I have to cut this because we have a very short, tight schedule. So thank you, Dr. Jann. Thank you very much for your valuable insights, and see you again later.
Yeah, thank you so much,
Shukran,
Celia. Thank you so much. Take
shukran.
care. Regards to all.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye.